In the din of everything yesterday, didn't get a chance to ask you how you came to the decision to start Christopher and how over Taiwan, and what do you expect from him later in the game as things play itself out?
Well, Sanchi's pitched very well for us ever since he's come up, and very consistent. He got an inning in New York at the end of the year. We had a 2-inning sim game, both him and Taiwan, on the off day between series, and he threw the ball extremely well. Filling up strike zone, changeup was good, changeup was excellent. Velocity was good. I just think he's pitching very well, and if he throws strikes and he's got his changeup going, it's a good matchup.
What do you expect to get out of Walker today, too?
Well, Walk's in the mix, but it doesn't necessarily mean he's going to pitch.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Next question. Going to go in the back there, Jesse.
Rob, I don't think you guys hit either day, the off day or yesterday. When you have a game like that yesterday, do you ever second guess yourself or talk to Kevin and say, maybe we should have hit, or
No.
you don't question the process?
No, because we normally don't hit in day game, like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock games. And the last time we came out here in June, we didn't hit at all. And we won 3-4, and we swung the bats very well. It was just because of the time change, West Coast type stuff. So we're hitting today because it's a 5 o'clock game, which is really 8 o'clock for us. So, but day games we typically don't hit.
Going to go there in the middle to Marty.
Yeah. With the rules now in extra innings, back to the old rules, does it affect the way you handle the bullpen, using maybe a guy for 2 innings versus 1, especially with these bullpen games where you could be in the bullpen early?
Yeah, no doubt, and that's why Taiwan is so valuable, because he can give you a little bit of length. It's been 20 days since he started a game, but at least he can give you a little bit of length, so you get into that extra inning type game, or really early in the game where you need to eat up some innings. That's where he comes. That's the value in him, and also with a guy like Michael Lorenzen, same thing. So at least we have some length in case that scenario comes up.
Okay, on the right, Marcus.
Rob, was there any scenario in which Taiwan Walker would have started today, or was it always Christopher?
In my mind, it was right after the sim game. I was kind of leaning on Sanchi, and then I didn't announce anything because of the fact I didn't know what was going to happen in the first 3 games. So that's why I announced it last night. If we had to use Sanchi for whatever reason, then obviously Taiwan would have gotten the start.
Okay, stay over here on the right.
Rob, do you have any kind of conversation with Orion after a game like last night, especially it being the first time he's kind of had a rough outing?
Oh yeah, and I don't see any effect on him at all. And I know that not only myself, but a whole bunch of guys were making sure that he was okay, and I think he is. I don't think he's affected one bit.
Okay, go over here on the left, in the blue, in the back.
Rob, what's made Jeff Hoffman so able to come into those dirty innings and escape it kind of unscathed this season?
Well, I think the stuff is one, and the development of the split on left-handed hitters is the other kind of equation, or the other part to the equation. So, and plus, he's throwing strikes. And when we first got him, he was a little bit scattered, but he settled in and throwing strikes. Really good fastball, slider on right-hander, split on left-handers. He's really been good, and a little heartbeat again, and that's why he can handle the situations.
We go back to Marcus on the right.
A couple things. How good did you feel for Jeff Hoffman doing what he did in that moment yesterday? And the other thing is that you've been around elite relievers. Have you seen a guy with this mentality this young?
With Orion. Yeah, so first of all, yeah, I felt great for Hoffy, because he's been doing that for us most of the year since he's been up anyway. And yeah, that was a big spot. We needed swing and miss, and he got, I think, Moreno on a I forget who the first hitter was, but he got swing and miss, and then he got the ground ball. So that was huge for us. Orion is kind of a different cat. You know, he unfazed by anything so far, and very, very calm. And you put the stuff with that, and it's kind of exciting to see.
Okay, here in the middle, Tyler.
Rob, it might have got lost a little bit yesterday because of the result, but you guys made a lot of good plays in the field and the infield. How have you seen the Phillies defense evolve over the last few years, and the way it is now, how much more comfort does that give you when the ball's in play?
Yeah, a lot of comfort. I was mentioning, I think yesterday, I'm not sure which group of people I was talking to, but the job that our front office has done in the last couple of years to get a more athletic club on the field, with JT behind the plate, and I got Stott at second. I know Trace had a little bit of a down year defensively at short, but on a good year, he's an athlete. Now you got Rojas in center field, or Marsh in left field. 2 years ago, it wasn't even the same structure. It was just, we're just so much more athletic now, and we cover a lot more space. So you're getting the balls, guys aren't getting extra bases. Pitch counts, because of that, you can attack hitters better, so pitch counts stay lower. It's just, I mean, they've just done a great job to create this athletic group of people to defend.
Right down here, Pete.
Rob, in almost every series, teams have used openers during the postseason. As a manager, are you just sort of resigned to the idea that there's going to be games where you're going to have to put it together, and that's just how baseball's played now?
Oh, sure, yeah. You know, for us, this isn't really an opener for us. I mean, Sanchi's one of our starters. It's just a matter of how many pitches we're going to put on him and how effective he is, because he hasn't had a start in 26 days. But on the other side, yeah, so we're getting kind of used to, you know, seeing openers, and you know, you just got to deal with it.
Okay, I'm going to go over here to John on the left. Right ahead, Don. Oh, the other John. Okay, we'll do John, then John. John and John.
Whether it's an opener or a starter or not, in a game like this where maybe not one of your big three is gone, does the bullpen come in kind of on high alert, more energy or anything like that, that they know every one of them may get called on here?
Yeah, I think so. You know, especially they know that Sanchi's probably doesn't have 100 pitches in him, so they'll be out there a little bit earlier than they normally are, and be ready to go.
And I see you have some wristbands or something like that. Any good luck charms or anything that anybody's given you that you are wearing for somebody?
No, one is for childhood cancer, and the other one is for our minor league player that passed away last year.
Thank you.
Okay, John.
You're a little early on my schedule, so I wanted to ask you about the batting practice decision. Any second guess on that? And does it? I mean, maybe I'm all old, but it seems dark in there. Is that an adjustment, or you guys have played here before?
Yeah, we played here before, and we've hit here before. We typically don't hit on day games. We just hit in the cages, and we've had a lot of success with it. The last time we were here in June, because of the West Coast and the different time zones, we didn't hit for 4 days while we were here, and we won 3 out of 4. And then we went out to Oakland. We didn't hit there either, and we swept them. So it was just something that myself and the trainers and strength and conditioning people have talked about and wanted to try it to see if we can conserve some energy. But now we have a 5 o'clock game tonight, which is really 8 o'clock for us. So we're kind of back on our normal schedule.
Thanks, Rob.
Thank you.
Okay.